Hello, I'm Michael Dean Rogers. This is an overview of a new spiritual philosophy, the truth about truth, as originally presented at the 2015 Parliament of World's Religion in Word and Song. This is the 5th installment of 7 in the series, The Meaning of Life. If you've not seen the prior videos, it is recommended that you start from the beginning. The biggest question humanity has asked is, why are we here? That is the subject of this session. If we can know the meaning of existence, it will explain why the map looks as it does, and insight into how we can use it to our best advantage. It will answer humankind's most pressing question: do we have a purpose? Science has opened our eyes to a greater reality. It has traced the material universe backwards in time to a singularity at the beginning of everything, the Big Bang. The reasons for accepting this are very compelling, and the best theory we have, though there is much we don't know. But science cannot answer the biggest question about the Big Bang. Where did it come from, and why? Science cannot answer this question because it is caught in the ultimate chicken and the egg self-referential paradox. What could be the material cause for the material cause of all things? There are only two possible answers. The universe came from something, or it came from nothing. Stephen Hawking was recently ridiculed for saying it came from nothing. Though he backed off from that statement, this is the only answer materialism can produce. Science is inherently limited by our materialistic methodology, which is why it resorts to such absurdity. If the universe was caused by something, it is either a material cause or a non-material cause. If a material cause, it begs a question, as we must ask, where did that material cause come from, and so on, and there's no end to it. If the something is a non-material cause outside the universe, science cannot address this, as it is limited to material causality. The only logical alternative is the universe came into being by a non-material force that existed before the universe came into being, and from a realm that exceeds all that we can know. The next question would be if that non-material force was some mindless mechanism that just happened by accident, or if the universe was crafted with intent by an intelligence, God by any name. We'll never know, obviously, but the sheer complexity, beauty, intelligence, passion, and our own spiritual nature suggests that the universe was not an accident that just happened, but a created artifact made by God with specific intent. Intent implies that God is not some mindless, impersonal force, but a being. If sentient life exhibits awareness, the Creator must be supremely aware. The intelligence in the universe is undeniable in the order we perceive. Life exhibits intelligence most of the time. So the Creator must be supremely intelligent. Life exhibits great passion, and the importance of passion cannot be overstated. Our emotions are the flower of life. The Creator must be supremely passionate. God is not a mindless force. She is the supreme person. As love is the greatest passion, God is the highest expression of love. If the universe was created with intent, the next question is, why? The universe is an astounding and awesome creation, but why the uncertainty, confusion, pain, and suffering? What plan could God have for a universe of limitation and imperfection? It has never been convincing that an unlimited God would make beings to worship Him on their knees. Such an infantile God smacks of our own ideas and desires, not a force capable of crafting this awesome universe we behold. A quote by Benjamin Franklin: "I cannot conceive otherwise than that He, the infinite Father, expects or requires no worship or praise from us, but that He is infinitely above it." Let's begin the question of God's purpose for creation with this: we cannot fully define God. Ayn Rand said, God, a being whose only definition is that he is beyond man's power to conceive. As God exceeds the universe, we grasp to know the unknowable, and once more certainty is denied. Even infinity is but an aspect of an unlimited being, and who can get their heads around that? Yet, as life in this awesome universe is a subset of a greater superset, God must contain all that is here in some form or fashion, and then some. The most meaningful human definition that fits our limited perspective is unlimited. But an unlimited God presents a challenge to the whole question of intent and purpose. If God is unlimited and perfect, there would seem to be no need for anything else, let alone us. Perfection would seemingly lack nothing. Paradoxically, there is a limitation to an unlimited God. Logic shows that God's perfection is broken, and the loop is not complete. An unlimited God is not perfect in one critical respect. God cannot be limited. God cannot be imperfect. An unlimited, omniscient creator must know all possible iterations of being. A limited being exists because here we are. So an unlimited God would understand such being in every possibility. But it could not be limited without denying its own essence as unlimited. As Lao Tzu said, the words of truth often sound paradoxical. So what was God to do? It would find a way to express all possible being, to be both unlimited and limited, and so be completely unlimited. God would complete himself in an act of creation. The sage philosopher Lao Tzu's Taiji is more than a symbol of the yin and yang. It is a model of reality. Taiji means, literally, the supreme ultimate. Each element of the Taiji represents a different aspect of divine reality. It models the nature of the divine, the origin of the universe, the purpose for existence, the essence of our condition, and the nature of what we are. Each element of the Taiji represents a different aspect of divine reality. The white side represents God the Unlimited, the Creator. The dark dot in the white side represents God's limitation. She cannot be limited by our logic. To fulfill itself as truly unlimited, she would create a realm of limitation to complete herself, represented in the completion of the circle on the dark side. The universe is just such a place, and life's condition is limitation. To be truly unlimited, she must experience limitation. To be limited, not just make it and put it on a shelf. Again, the Creator must already know everything about anything it could create. But knowing is not the same as experiencing. God must somehow be limited to experience all possibility, unlimited and limited. The white dot in the darkness is God's awareness shining into this universe as life's awareness. Our awareness is God within. All sentient life has God within. We are all aspects of the divine. We are spiritual beings having a material experience. In a way that escapes all human logic, God overcame its limitation to complete itself by manifesting all possible being in this universe, or a more expansive multiverse. The mysterious conjoining of the Creator and the created became completely unlimited, the all, the one. It is interesting that the Taiji models not a duality of the Creator and the created, but a trinity. The Creator, the creation, and the all. The all conjoins the limited and the unlimited, which to our logic is a clear contradiction. Because of this and many other reasons, the real nature of God will always be a mystery to life. It is what I call in the song The Ghost Inside, the mystery of three. As Lao Tzu said, the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. But it is compelling evidence that the only logical purpose for an unlimited perfect creator matches our honest condition as limited imperfect beings. The two sides of the Taiji are like puzzle pieces that mate perfectly, completing an understandable and beautiful picture of reality. Together, we form the supreme ultimate, the all. We wonder if God cares about our small and petty problems, but God is within and knows our lives better than we do. We are important in the scheme of things, and everything we do matters. We do not suffer alone. God suffers with us. We don't celebrate alone. God is there enjoying the good times as us. We are not insignificant in an infinite universe. We are rare and precious to God. We are God's children with a spark of the divine inside. God loves us far greater than we can love our own children. This may explain why so many of us love God above all else. The term good best describes the expansion of this wondrous life. If we try to do good in all we do, it will lead us to more wonder, a better life for ourselves and those we touch, and serve God in the bargain. We should strive for the good life, and honesty to our condition as limited and uncertain beings is the key. The truth about truth has only one ethical commandment. We should all try and do good to ourselves and all life on this fragile, treasured planet. With only that one principle guiding us, amazing things can happen. That doesn't mean bad things won't happen. They will. Some question God because of tragedies, death, and suffering. Why would God bring an earthquake, tsunami, or hordes of locusts? But can there be happiness without suffering? Can there be an up without a down, a hot without a cold, or good without bad? Life is dynamic, not static. If God made a perfect universe, it would defeat the very purpose for which it was made. But our lives and the history of the universe shows that we are evolving from lesser to greater in all respects. Our emotions must swing between poles, but we can change the emotional balance to be more positive. By correcting the error, we can tilt the balance in our favor, end our alienation, and live more passionate and expansive lives. Most fear death as the antithesis of life, but death is our greatest gift. It makes life worth living. The short time we have is one of the most important limitations God placed on us, for without death, there would be no way to win in life. Our purpose is to expand our awareness as far as we can in the limited time we have, not live forever in this life. What point a game if there's no end to it? What difference the score if we never determine a victor? Death gives us a game clock on life, forcing us to learn, risk, choose, and act to win before the game ends. It makes our actions matter. We're also blessed to check out of this existence while we still love life, before endless boredom can set in. Death is not only the grim reaper, it is also the angel of death. This raises the question of life after death. We call the awareness within us by many names, including spirit and soul, but it is God by any name, and the divine cannot be destroyed. This is called the water. I've shed my tears, I've faced my fears, restore my sight, redeem my life. I need your light to find my way. I'm cast upon the wind, Lord. Hold me up and carry me. All my cares will float on the air, on the air. I'm just a man doing what I can. Feel my wings and heal life's sting. I need your help to find my way. Take me in the earth, Lord. Lay me in your tenderness. Let me see your mystery, your mystery. Reveal my life, explain the strife. Lift this stone and bring me home. I need your hand to find my way, to guide my way. We have a purpose. We should do our best to do good by living expansively for ourselves, each other, and the divine within. This is what we have intuitively realized was true, but without knowing why. Still, by this means, humanity is evolving to a higher consciousness, and we see it emerging in our time in the rise of spirituality over religion. Join me for the 6th installment of the Parliament of World Religions presentation, The Rise of Spirituality.
How many times I've been mistaken, so many times I felt forsaken, so many times I've pleaded at your door, and with your grace felt elation. You're the one, oh my God, you're the shepherd of my days. You're the one, oh my God, I'm so glad to sing your praise. You're the God of creation and my elation. How many ways I've been unkind, so many ways been out of line, so many ways I've asked you to forgive and felt your grace.